right, we are here with a very special Metal Monday. I am sitting. Where am I sitting at, Jake? Where am I at?
You're in Benton Harbor, Michigan, and Benton Metal Recycling.
On the way here, I did see a naked man get arrested, so that was exciting.
It's not one of our employees, so not my problem.
Okay. So that was an exciting thing we saw on the freeway. A naked hippie getting arrested.
Well, I'm glad to provide you entertainment. That's what we do here.
I felt it was interesting. But so Brett, how are you doing in Idaho?
I'm good, man. Just out on the road doing what we do. Just checking out stuff, seeing what the world's going to give us today.
Well, it gave us some, we always talk about how bloody Metal Mondays are for us, and it's true again. There's a lot of red in the market. What's copper doing, Jake?
Well, it took a nosedive. It's about down by 2.5% today. Really poor economic data coming out of China. Bad retail numbers. The property market's still struggling. You have really high unemployment rates in terms of their youth population between 16 and 25, and the markets didn't like it.
Gotcha. So I was talking to Brett last week on Thursday when things were green and everything was ripping.
Yeah.
And I know Brett had mentioned that he got his sell of copper off, and you had mentioned, Brett, I probably sold it too early. In hindsight, it looks like he sold it just right.
Yeah, I priced one on Thursday also, so I feel like even a blind squirrel finds a nut on occasion,
I feel that sentiment, man. Yeah, I felt smart on Thursday as well. We had some loads off, and we priced them Wednesday and Thursday, and I felt smart for about 36 hours.
Until you show back up on Monday.
Pretty much. And then it was Friday, so.
How hard is it to not try to gamble it, Brett and Jake? How hard is it to try to ride that wave to the top? Have you been bit by that before?
Yeah, absolutely. I think
if you've been in the business long enough, you've been bit at one time or another, and the older you get, the longer you do it. I think there's people that still enjoy that risk component, and some more than others. And depends on the volume you're buying and all that jazz. But I mean, for us, it's, we got people that need paychecks on,
Yeah.
We got bills that need paid. We got light bills that need to stay on. So it gets less and less important to try and ride the wave too far when you got a lot of bills coming your way at the beginning of the month,
Yeah, I think for us, it's just, systems, right? And once we get to a certain point within our inventory, when we're aggregating our material, we lock in a position and we just feel comfortable. And I think it's just having systems and repeatable processes. I'm not so much a gambler, but I do. We are aware, and I think as an operator, there's nothing out there right now that's really exciting in terms of the macroeconomics of the world. No one's doing phenomenal right now. So when you have a good price, I think it's best to take it. And I also liked it too on Thursday, was that they were keeping the spreads were still the same. They didn't wind them out.
Okay.
So they were still going off, I think, July. Mm-hmm. And so they were pretty attractive spreads, and they didn't, the mill didn't catch up to the market advancement. So I was like, this is a pretty good deal.
Well, it sounds like you both hit it just right.
Well, that's only because I've hit so many so wrong.
Yeah.
Eventually they will average themselves out, hopefully, if we do it right,
Well, like you've always said, Brett, nice thing about the scrap commodities trading, you always get another chance to make a good sell and a good buy.
Yeah.
So we're always adjusting our buy price. We try to adjust with the markets to as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Ferrous is obviously more on a monthly type structure. We saw Ferrous go sideways.
Yeah.
On the west, over in our area. What about you? What did you see this month?
Yeah. Some of the consumers went sideways in prime and cuts. Shred went down to kind of even that out. Over here in the Chicago market, they're working on the locks and dams. So the river systems there's a disruption. So a lot of the scrap that would flow out of market is staying local. and so there's an oversupply right now.
Because you can't get it out on a
Exactly,
barge. Okay.
exactly, yeah. So they're taking advantage of it, and they're trying to push the number down. Me personally, I sold what I needed to. I didn't sell much more than that. I wasn't as aggressive on the cut, so I'm just more focused on getting my material prepared.
When do they plan to fix the river system? Do you have a date on
Yeah,
that?
it's going to be like September.
Oh,
so,
okay.
So it's going to be a little bit. And then it's also, in turn, affected the nickel ferroalloy prices here, too. So the blenders that are in Chicago, Chronomed and ELG,
Yeah.
a lot of their material moves by barge. And so there's a huge spread between the export price for 304, let's say, and what Ellen delivered to blender. So, for the first time, and I think a long time, we're starting to evaluate our sales in terms of domestic consumers, comparative to export. And right now, the numbers make sense to go export. It's enough spread.
Gotcha. Well, Brett, anything else to report on any other?
Not off the top of my head. You guys enjoy your trip, and looking forward to an exciting week in commodities. I don't feel like this crazy train ride's over. I feel like it's just getting started. So here we go.
All right. Well, we'll see everybody next Monday. Make sure to follow us, like us, share it with the scrap community or your grandma, whoever you want to share it with. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Brett.
All right. Yep. You guys have a great trip.
Thanks, everybody.